Yeah, when I started teaching, I found it very difficult to find out questions relevant to a specific topic. So usually what I used to do is I start a topic, I teach some topics, and then after that I don't know how to find the questions of the exam questions, to be frank, out of that topic. And that is when I went to a career fair in RDS, and I saw that there's this stall for Studyclix, and they introduced me to this application, which I feel so very wonderful using, because it made my task so easier. Because previously what I used to do is, like, I used to scan through each and every question paper and mark down the questions which is relevant to a specific topic, and then use it. But once the Studyclix came, I found that it reduced my time a lot. Okay, so if you are not using Studyclix, please start using it from the beginning itself. I would say from the fifth year itself you can start using it, because it really helps. So let me just show you how I use it usually. So if it's mathematics, and if I'm teaching a topic like algebra for my students, and I teach specific topics, maybe factorizing or something like this, usually I scan through, and if I know, for me now I know what kind of questions are coming in the exams and all these things, so I know, okay, I might get some questions, so I'll just scan through it and I find it out. But if for you as a student, if you are studying something, you finished one topic, you finished some topic in the class, the algebra, so go to the topic wise section, and then you start scanning the questions. There is a filter for mock exam and state exam. I would not bother about that. I would really like you to work on all of the questions, because only then we will be capable to address any new question which comes in the living cert. Because as you know that the living cert, there won't be any repeat questions which will be coming. So you have to have that skill to address any new question which is coming up. So I would really like you to start with all the questions. So once you have this, you take a question, you try to do the question. Don't look at the answer. Please don't look at the answer initially. You should attempt the question. You should try to do as much as possible. And then you scroll down and you have the marking scheme here. So if you have the marking scheme, it will show you how much marks, how the problem has to be solved, and it is a very detailed explanation. It is really very good. And also the advantage of the study clicks is they will give you marking notes also. Now, so the main point what I would like to stress here is, like, they're showing that when you will get the low partial credit, when you will get the mid partial credit, and when you get the higher partial credit. So suppose you have worked on these many questions and you have completed everything, you will get the total mark of 50. But if you have found the values of A and B alone, you might get the high partial credit, which might be 12. Okay, so similar to that, each and every question has some information which will give you details. And again, if you still you are not able to understand this, there are video solutions also which you can work on, which you can watch and listen and try to understand. Okay. Now this is one feature. This is the topic wise feature. Now if I have, like, maybe I'm a sixth year student and I have completed many of the topics and I want to try doing something, try doing an exam. So what I can do is, either I can just go to the directly the home page and go to mathematics, and there are past papers here. So you can take any past paper and then start doing it. So directly you can navigate to the past paper, which will open the past paper. You can start working on the paper, and after that you can look at the marking scheme, which will give you all the marking scheme, and then you can put the marks. Okay, you value your paper similar to the marking scheme, and then see how much mark you get. This is a very good exercise for you when you are studying maths. It's a very good exercise, because this will really help you to understand what topics you are missing, what topics you are strong at, and what topics you have to focus on when you are going to study for the next time. Okay, now again, as a teacher, for me, I give tests for students many times. So for that, what I do is, like, I go to specific topics. So I know that, okay, they have studied it, they studied algebra, differentiation, financial maths, functions, etc. So I just go to maybe algebra. I find that, okay, this question I want to put, so I'll just put it to add it to collection, and then I give a name for the collection. So maybe LC Max 10 Feb. Okay, I add this to collection. Okay, it is added to collection. Then I go back to another topic. So it's a financial max. So I want this question to be added. So I just again I will just add it to this question. Okay, the question was added. Now I go back to my collection here. and it is LC Max. So those questions are added here. I can very well print that question. I can download it or I can print it. Even the marking scheme, I can download it and print it and I can share it to them. Okay, so that's one another advantage of having the Studyclix. Now the another one is if you are working on any other topics, like for example physics, there are multiple quiz which you can take. The same functionality applies to everything. Okay, everywhere you can switch to ordinary, you can switch to higher, and all these things. So, and you can take a quiz if you have a topic, you can take a quiz and you can work on this. So in all and all, Studyclix is a very, and also okay, yeah, and also you have multiple blocks which gives you how to get an H1. So many students who have already achieved certain good amount of marks in subjects, they have come here and they are explaining how to get an H1 in that. So they will tell you tips and tricks and all these things. So I would really recommend you to read the blogs also, which is available there, or you can work on the quiz and all these things. So I really recommend Studyclix as a study aid for any living cert student.